Alright, here with Spin4Air windshields. We're about to do a install on a 2017 beautiful burgundy Slingshot. Customer had the original stock blade on it. We just removed that and popped the stereo out of the dashboard so we can access the manufacturer's holes to do the mounting. Our system will sit up on top. It'll facilitate the two holes. I just got to get I use the plastic blanks from our cutout process as a stiffener for the dashboard. This is going to be a little bit of a chore, but got one. Plastic's tight. Okay. 7/16 ratchet or air ratchet, whatever you want. Give it a good snug. She's done. Done. Okay, we take off this single body bolt on both sides of the dashboard. Alright, we're going to start the install of the arms. Big flat side of the arm is going to line up with this crease on the dashboard. Flat spot towards the outside of the bike. We're installing the arm, passenger side. I'm sliding it down to locate the hole in the manufacturer's hole in the dashboard. I simply line this side up essentially with the ridge, bring it a little bit back, engage the tip, push it back forward very nicely. All right, we're going to reinstall the bolt. Again, just the manufacturer's bolt. We're going to get it started. The circle on the end of the arm is way oversized, so you have a lot of room to work around. If the body panels are a little bit askew, it still works. You're going to give it a good push at this point in the dashboard. Try and compress the gasket against the dashboard so you get a good grip right before you tighten it up. So again, I'm going to give it a good push. While I'm doing that, I'll just tighten this up. Okay. There, do the driver's side, works just the same. You line this up, get an eyeball of this hole versus where the frame is. Pick up a little bit on the plastic to give yourself a little bit of room. Slide it in. Make sure that your hole is lined up with your manufacturer's hole. Engage the back of it on the windshield. Okay, I'm going to take these off. I do this as a protective measure. Okay. Our lineup is good. I just have to give it a little push. push forward. The neoprene gasket, after it heats up a couple of times with sunshine, you won't be able to slide it back and forth in just a short period of time. Okay, we're going to bring in the windshield. Set it in position, just lay it on this 2 center posts. Okay. Slide the arms in. Rubber gasket. So the windshield is trapped between the 2 rubber gaskets right now. We're going to put our powder coated nut on. Now run your powder coated nut down by hand. Do not try to tighten the powder coated nut. It's going to pop the powder coat right off. Okay? These are 3/8 16 fasteners. If you want to go on the internet and get yourself like a bullet point and all kinds of cool stuff, it'll screw right on there. Okay? So you can go ahead and customize that little point all you want. 3/8 16. Set the other one in place. Other washer in place. Other cap nut in place. I'm going to back off the back. That's where you're going to make your adjustment in the back of the windshield. Just run this down as tight as you can by hand. It'll stop. And then to tighten it up, you're going to tighten it from the back. Again, do not put this on that powder coat. The back ones are actually zinc oxide coated. They can handle a little bit more punishment. You just want these snug. You don't want to crush the washers. You just want it snug, just so it doesn't rattle off. Snug the other side up. That's it for that. Going to put the final set of washers. These washers go directly on the glass. That's what's going to hold it in place. It is polycarbonate. You cannot break it. So these are going to torque right against the glass. Okay. All the components have a little bit of tolerance, so essentially you got to kind of, the first time you put it on, we're going to leave these loose. The holes are way oversized, so you have a little bit of float. Again, I did that so that the body panels can adjust. Essentially, I just bring it down to the point where we're just going to start to touch the dashboard. Make sure that we're kind of centered from this point to this point. It'll sit very nicely right there, and this is exactly where I'm going to tighten this up. Okay, now on the center ones, there's no way to really get in there with a wrench, so I'm going to go in there with a socket. I suggest using either a designated 7/16 wrench. Use the open end side of it to make this adjustment so you don't chip the powder coating. This is an 8-sided socket itself, so it's going to equally apply the pressure so it shouldn't chip. Again, I'm just going to torque it, but this one's going to be tight because we don't want it to move around on the dashboard. So I'm going to go tight. Your windshield is installed.